Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren, and in today's video I'm going to try at-home gel nail polish. I have been wearing press-on and glue-on nails for the last 2 years and I absolutely love them. I have so many videos about static nails, and I also love the Kiss brand glue-on nails, but I want to try the Nail Addict gel. I've heard great things and I figured why not. I actually just had my nails done for the last 3 weeks, so I had a tip glued on, and then on top of that they did dip and then gel on top, and the gel lasted really well, so I'm very impressed. It also had all the strength from the tip and the dip underneath, but I mean, look how long my natural nails are. This is like unheard of for me. My nails are paper thin, so I'm really excited because that's gonna make this trial so much easier. It's easier to paint your nails when they're a little bit longer, and I am not the best at painting my nails, so this will definitely be interesting. In this video, I'm gonna go through the application process. I'll show you what it's like to apply the gel polish myself, and then also give the final review on what it's like to remove and my final thoughts on just how the polish lasted on me. So for this video, I am testing Nail Addict, the brand. It's Nail Addict Los Angeles. All of these products are $19.95, so each bottle is $19.95. They are vegan, 9-free, and cruelty-free gel polishes. The $19.95 price tag makes sense if you use this really more than twice, so we'll see how this goes. They say when you use gel polish, they recommend sticking to the same brand for the base, the color, and then the top coat, because they're usually designed to be used together and the active ingredients might not function as intended if you use other brands in the system, and that makes sense to me. The application process is pretty straightforward. You want to wash your hands, buff your nails with a manicure stick, press your cuticles back, remove cuticles if necessary. I never cut this part. I only cut if I have like one of those hangnail things. Then you want to use acetone to get rid of any debris on your nails. And then this is the weird part in the Nail Addict directions, is say to use a thick layer of hand cream on the cuticles. This makes absolutely no sense to me because I feel like if I have any product on my nails, then the polishes won't stick as well. So I'm actually going to skip that step. They do say to clean off the excess lotion with a cotton round, but doesn't make sense to me, so we're not doing that. And then you start applying the base coat. So I'm gonna start putting on the nail polish, and I'll walk you through the steps as I'm doing them and just my experience with them. So this is the UV lamp. Look how tiny it is. Wait, how do you open it? Okay, so this is literally it. They say to put 4, oh my gosh, 4 nails underneath it at a time, so you don't try to fit your thumb underneath. Like, do these 4 and then do your thumb, paint it later, I guess. Okay, here we go. Look at how cute this is. But let's start with the application. First, you apply the base coat and you let the nails cure under this lamp for 30 to 60 seconds. Then you start painting with the color, and the color I'm using is Pink Princess. And they say to really shake the bottle before you start painting, and then you want to paint a really thin layer of color and then cure, and then reapply up to 3 very thin coats for that full coverage, smooth finished look. They also say it's better to do 3 thin coats than to do 2 thick coats. So that makes sense to me. I feel like that's like any nail polish really. And then you also want to make sure you wipe off any excess on your skin before you cure it. This was interesting. As I was painting my pointer finger, I noticed that I had the base coat globbed up on one side of my nail, and then it cured that way. So I was having a really hard time painting that nail because it looked so funny to me. I ended up just painting over it and just dealing with it and trying to make it look like my normal nail, but just a heads up, that will happen. Also, the Nail Addict light would not work, so I ended up buying one and having it delivered same day from Amazon so I could film this video. I was very impressed, but this light is amazing. It's actually less expensive than that little cheapy one from Nail Addict, and I'm going to link it below. It's really nice because it has a sensor, so you put your hand under and it turns on and starts doing the timer. It's really, really cool. After I finished my right hand, I decided to go and get my manicure brush, so I dip this in acetone and then I wipe off any excess on the skin. I wish I did this on my other hand because it worked really, really well, and it's so much easier. So I painted all of the nails and then I went back over and would take this brush and wipe. And then you cure each layer in between painting for another 30 to 60 seconds. Then you apply the top coat, and you want to make sure that the top coat layers are cured and your nail edges are completely sealed. So so you don't see any of the color or a nail edge without gel on it. And then you wipe away any of the residue using acetone. They do have a no wipe top coat, so you actually don't have to use the acetone on the top layer. That seems interesting to me, so I'm actually gonna test that on one hand, and then on the other hand, I'll use their standard top coat. And that's it. All right, so application review. The nail prep is really important here. If you don't push back your cuticles, I could see this being a really big nightmare. And the brush is flat, so it's hard to get on the cuticles evenly. Like, I've been getting used to all those products that have round brushes. This one is completely flat, so it makes it a little bit harder to really get in the rounded edge of your nail, but I was able to do it. I do really love how forgiving gel nail polish is, so if you mess up, you can just wipe it off completely and it doesn't ruin all of the coats underneath. So in that sense, it's much easier than nail polish. It just takes a little bit more time between coats, but nail polish takes way longer to dry. So I feel like at the end of the day, nail polish probably takes longer than gel polish. It got really hot during the curing process, kind of like hard gel if you've ever had that before. I'm not sure if that's normal for gel now because that happened last time I got my nails in at the salon also. So it's not just Nail Addict, it's just what happens when I use gel. And then using the skinny brush with the acetone worked so well. I wish I used that on my first hand because it was so much easier, and it really, like, I was able to clean up the cuticles much better than when I was just trying to wipe it with my finger. And then I did 2 coats of color instead of 3, and I think it was fine. I would say the hardest part was probably painting my right hand because I'm right-handed. So they lasted for 5 days, and then one of the pointers started to lift at the edge, so I ended up just peeling it off, and it came off really easily. And then I peeled off the other pointer that same day because the edge was raised where I got it on my cuticle. And that one also peeled off really easily. I just don't love to peel off gel because I know that it can damage your nail. And then I had to go to a baby shower the next day, so I just painted my 2 pointers with nail polish, and it worked just fine. And then my middle finger chipped after 2 more days, and then my thumb. So I fully removed them after 1 week and 1 day, so 8 days total. I used the Nail Addict remover, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is probably one of the coolest products I've found in a very long time. You file the top and then you paint it onto the nail and you wait 10 to 12 minutes, and then you watch it start to bubble and like peel off. And then you just take your little scraper and you can scrape it off. The right hand was a little bit harder to remove, but again, I'm right-handed, so I was doing it with my left hand. And what's cool is I tried a product that was very similar to this a few years ago, and it did not work at all. So I didn't have high hopes for this, but it really is amazing. I highly recommend you try it. On my left hand, I had the wipe off gel, and then on the right, I had the no wipe. And so what that means is basically one less step where with the no wipe, you don't have to use acetone to wipe. You know when you get your nails done and they always finish with wiping with acetone? You don't have to do that with this. And I didn't notice a difference in how long either of them lasted, but I feel like to save a step, you might as well just buy the no wipe because it's the same price. Overall, I'm really impressed with this gel polish. I would definitely use it again, and I'm gonna try 3 coats next time like they suggested instead of 2. I wasn't sure because I didn't want it to be too thick, but it probably would last longer if I used 3. So highly recommend Nail Addict LA. Great products. Even the remover, I can't believe it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.